I know what you're thinking. Not this kid again. Alright. Let's go. This is the speeches. I'm announcing the speeches. The first speeches will be done by Dean, Tony and my dad, Matt's dad. So, wherever they are, let's go.
Switch that up, okay? Alright, when the music stops.
So leave it on, yeah?
Okay. Alright, good evening. I would like to say a few words about Mum Matt. Firstly, Mum, you're an amazing woman. You're kind, friendly, brave, strong-willed, determined. You don't take no as an answer, and you never give up. But above all, you are my mum, and you are the best mum ever. You give me everything, your time, your support, your care, but most of all, you give me your love. It's hard to pick out a memory of, as there are far too many to choose, but I do, however, have a couple. I remember sitting and watching the home videos with me running around with excitement because the Teletubbies were on. You're laughing in the background as I crashed into the sofa. Also, I remember the joy of going down Centre Park's Rapids for you for the first time, watching you laugh and splash your way down while trying to keep up with me. Mum, I would like to say thank you for everything you have done for me and all the things that you will do for me. Congratulations, and I wish all the happiness in the world, and I love you. Now about Matt. When I first met Matt, I was about 7, which is half my life ago. And when I first guessed his age, I thought he was about 50. It took me a long time to get to know Matt, because all I wanted to talk about is my DS. He made me laugh from the beginning, and he still makes me laugh now. When he laughs watching at comedy shows on TV, it's very funny watching him laugh because he's very loud. Some of my personal favourite moments that stand out to me are playing charades in the hot tub. Mum and Matt's reaction as I constantly break all the glasses in the house. And Evie's first camping trip where we were all relaxing and Tony was wearing a sleeping bag and a belt because he didn't bring enough clothes. And Tony was crushing up some Shreddies in a packet, and Shreddies packet was opening while he was doing it, and all spilling out everywhere on the campsite, on the 10th floor. It was really funny. I'm very pleased that Matt is in our life, and we are in the same family. Thank you, Matt, for being there for me and Mum, Tony and Evie. And thank you for all the lifts.
Hello everyone, thank you again for coming. I'd like to talk about Mum first, or Beth to most of you. One of the funniest memories I can remember from my time of being on this planet with Mum is when we went to pick up my brother Dean from a birthday party, and Mum's face when she saw him running to him in a pair of striped long johns. Oh God, priceless look on your face. Anyway, thanks for I'm glad that Matt's now in our life more than ever. But About Matt. About 7, it must have been, years ago when we first met Matt, and I talked at him for the next 6 months as he moved in with us. Kind of got to know him pretty well. Yeah. Thanks for coming, everyone. I don't have much else. Thank you.
Well, I won't be able to see this, it's too dark. Now, father of the groom speaking, kind of unusual that. But my wife and me, we have 4 kids, all boys. So sorry lads. Each time I get an opportunity I want to talk about it. And today's the first. First of the 4, Matthew. Born 14th of January, when we really had true winters. They were cold. We had frost, we had snow. We got tropical conditions. Hurricane winds, and about 15 degrees today. But he's a lovely boy, lovely child, firstborn, absolutely. A quick learner, yeah, kind of. Most of that due to his mum. Quick was not the word. He learned to run before he could walk. He learned to speak and talk before he could even catch a breath. And when it came to the pool, this kind of arena of water, aqua boy, fish man, be it the bath, be it the swimming pool, be it muddy puddle, Matt was in it. Maybe just a sign of things to come. Well, he grew quicker than we'd like. That's probably due to all the pasta. But that's all we could afford in those days. Anyway, he took on school, head on, tackled everything that came his way. The challenges. And it gave him the platform to move on in life. But there was one arena that he was kind of really successful in. That thing's called sport. Be it in the pool, on a pitch, on a park, on a court. He had a natural ability. By the age of 13, he was a national swimmer. Club championships, regional, English schools, you name it. Goals, records broken. At 13, hit the nationals. Athletics, he pretty much did the same. Football, well, he dabbled. That's the game that you use all that hair gel and stuff. Cricket, well, he was never out first ball, Cyril, was he? So that was always a relief. But then he discovered a game with a funny shaped ball called rugby. And it took hold. And it's never let go. He was a fantastic player, a winger, moved to fly half. I remember seeing him, and where are you? Young man here today, he was at school with Ed, playing at Bennett. If we want to win this game, give the ball to Hinton, he'll run it in. And he did. He could kick it from the halfway line when he was a little leaner than he is today. But his talent in rugby came not through much through playing, it came through coaching. And it's something that now he has actually finally made that commitment and decision to follow that career. And you have a lot of support back with that. He's an outstanding coach. Through it all, key core values, his family and his friends, his brothers. When all 4 of them get together, boy, that's you won't get a word in edgewise, trust me. Although George does try. But you have to give him a microphone, bless him. But no, his values have always been there, intensely high and very loving. Not just his immediate family. His aunts, his uncles, his grandparents, his cousins, all of them. When are we getting together? Are we having a barbecue for Granddad's birthday? Are we going to Auntie Tessie's at Christmas? It was that factor that he wanted to belong. And those values stay with him today. Thank you. Well, I've done that bit. Moving on. Now to Beth. Well, what can you say? Beth, today you look stunning. You're a beautiful woman. And I think all those in the church today just, well, unbelievable. You really, really did look stunning. And Beth to me is a person who entered our life, say 7 or so years ago, and has a real unique natural ability to walk into a room, come rain, come shine, and light it up with a smile. With a hug, a loving embrace. That's Beth. Challenges she's had more than she deserved. But she's never, with the faith she has and the belief she has and the strength of her family, she's always fought those challenges. And she will always continue to fight them. I know that. She's a lovely woman. Beth's glass is always half full. It's never half empty. And that's probably an understatement. It's normally actually all the way full, and generally of red wine, which, and why not, totally deserved. For me, what remains unmeasurable is the love you give my son, and the fact that you're the mum of an angel. Because Granddad can say that. Because Granddad can give it back. So I do thank you, and you're most welcome, Mrs Hinton, to the Hinton clan. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm back. Yes. I believe the next speeches are going to be by Matt and Beth. So, off you go.
Right, well, I don't really know how I'm going to follow that. Thank you, Dad. There are a handful of people that need to be thanked today. Starting off with Daniel and Stefan. Daniel? He's around somewhere. Thank you so much for everything. Stag to a side, Stefan. I don't think we need to mention too much. Thank you for letting me be part of your family. It is a real privilege. Thank you very much. Well, I can't really go much further without mentioning 3 people. Keris, Jono, George. Yes, George, even you. Keris, what can I say? You are fantastic. Yeah, supportive. You've been there. It's been a rough ride occasionally. Dad separating us in the garden from hitting lumps out of each other for disagreements over who changed the channel. But it's all been worth it. You're a fantastic man and a fantastic father, and I wish you all the best. George, well, there aren't enough words to describe you, George, to be quite honest. But you make the 4 of us complete, and life would not be the same if you weren't in it. Sorry. I'm sure that, you know, if I could turn back the clock and get in the pool and race you, you would nearly beat me. I wish you all the best for your future and every happiness. Jono, well, I can't say enough about Jono. We've always got along. You're a real inspiration to me. Best man, well, it was hard to pick, but really there wasn't going to be another one. You've always been there for me, supporting me, and watching you flourish in everything that you've done has been a real privilege. Thank you. Jason, you're not going to get out of this, I'm afraid. Now, I can't say a lot about Jason because we used to live together, so that's best kept under wraps. You are like an extended brother. You've done so much for me and my family, and I really appreciate it. Living with you was difficult, challenging, but always fun. Asking you to be Evie's godfather was definitely the right decision. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, my family, and the stag do was great. what I can remember of it anyway. Yvonne, you're one of a kind. You're one in a million, and there's just nowhere else to describe you. You're a fantastic woman. You see the best in absolutely everybody, and it's been a privilege for you to let me into your family. I love you. Thank you very much. And of course I can't go much further without mentioning my mum. Sorry, Mum. Mum, there are not enough words. You are amazing. From driving me around the country to sitting there listening to my problems, for giving me everything. Thank you. And where there's mum, there's dad. Dad, you've taught me everything about growing up and being a man and being a father. And now I realise how hard it is to be a father. I don't know why you had 4. You've supported me and all my decisions, and I owe you a lot, not just financially, but and I just want to say thank you. If I could grow up to be half the man you are, I would have done well. Thank you. Right, Tony, Dean. Tony, to say that you're not the same as everybody else would be probably correct. You are one in a million, a superb young man, a fantastic athlete, and when you walk down the aisle today, sorry, I felt very proud. Thank you. Dean? Well, there you go, Dean. That's it, really. You see the world through your own little bubble, and you don't ever let reality come in. You are the smartest person I know, but sometimes I do wonder. I love you. I love you both. Thank you. Yvain. Now, I'm sure you won't remember me standing up here making a fool of myself, but you are you are my little star and my whole world, and I love you. Thank you. Now, last but not least, I have to thank my wife. Beth, there are just, thank you just isn't the right word. There just are not enough words to describe how amazing you are. You changed my life forever, and back in May 2012, you gave me Evie. The best gift the best gift I could ever ask for, and I had no right to ask you for it anymore. You've been there supporting me and being my inspiration. I love you, and you will have my whole heart forever. Thank you.
I know the bride doesn't normally say anything, but on this occasion, I can't really not say anything. So I'm honoured to obviously reiterate all the thanks that my husband has just given. Oh. But I have a couple of things to say. So just a couple of thank yous. Of course, I put first our children, which is Tony, Dean and Evie. Gosh, you give me renewed life every day and a reason to live. I love you all so much. So, well done on your speeches, boys. I was very proud of you, and thank you. An absolute joy to hear. I have a thank you to Jennifer and Emily, my other children. I mean unofficial bridesmaids. I want to thank you for all your help. Okay, I've got a big chunk of just Hinton family, is what it's named, which is all of you. But mostly Colin and Terry and 4 grandparents. But all of you. I know family means everything to you, and I'm so proud to be a part of this and to be accepted. It's amazing. I want to thank you for your help and your support through our ups and downs, so thank you. Mum, more for Mum. Mum, you know I wouldn't be here without you. You're my chief cheerleader. You always will be. I love you to bits. Thank you. There's someone that's not here. I wish he was, my dad. He's here in spirit, and I know that he would love Matt. Okay, we've gone on about the sports and the swimming. I mean, my dad was an amazing swimmer, so if nothing else, they would have just, you know, set the world on fire talking about their swimming, bless them. They both like talking about swimming a lot. Let's just say. Anyway, Matt, you make me so happy. You know me so well, too well, maybe. And you accept me, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm saying, you just accept that and keep going with it. So thank you for that. You're my soulmate. I think I could tell you anything and you would just be like, yeah, okay, go with it. I think you would. So I've had the happiest day today. It's gone a little bit too quickly, but I'm trying to embrace it, savour it. I hope you know how much I love you, and I always will. So thank you. Now, I know you're all just dying to listen to the main men, really, which is the best men. Do you want to introduce them, George? George, I don't want to take it away from you, to be frank. You come and introduce the main men.
I just got a bit moved by all that. John and Jason. Jason? Jason. There you go. Turn this on somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? We didn't practice.
Well, there's a lot of you. Shit. Oh, screw that. Right. So, I really hope everyone's had a good day. It's I'm not very good at talking in front of people, so I'll keep this quite brief. So, over the years, Matt and myself, we've been on holiday together, we've lived together, and we spent many a day very hungover. And unfortunately, from those days, I've said that I wouldn't tell you the drunken stories, because you don't need to know that about him. It's not good for anyone. So Matt and Beth, you realise that when you see two people together, you realise that there's something special, and you know that they're kind of perfect together. I can still remember when Matt told me about Beth. So he come bounding down the stairs at our house, went, "I've met someone." I was like, "Well, that's a good start, mate. We'll start there." He went, "So her name is Beth," and so at this point I was very intrigued about who this lady is. And I was like, "So who is she, or what's she like, and more importantly, how is she going to deal with him, most importantly?" And it wasn't long after this that I actually met Beth, and there's a couple of things that really stand out about her. Keep it clean. And that's, she has this, when she walks into the room, she has this big smile and this just warm-hearted goodness that just spreads through, and you can really feel it. She really is a wonderful person, and you only really see that in like these great people. And that's sort of why it's an honour for me today to be here in front of a lot of you, as like the best man to my best mate. A fantastic couple, and more importantly, like they made me a godparent to their lovely daughter. And at that point, I'm going to leave it to a wonderful couple. I love you both.
As a thespian, you'd think I'd be pretty good at this, but no, it's harder than it looks. That bottle of wine didn't really go with that well. Matt,
I met you, well, you met me on the 3rd of September 1993. And let's be honest, Matt, it was a pretty good day for you. For over...
You have to remind me why.
I'll let Mum do that. And over 22 years, you have been with me through thick and thin, and you believed in me every step of the way. And you have helped me become and pushed me to become the best person I could be. I'm a weeper, by the way. I weep. I'm terrible. People say that your older brother will do anything and everything for you, and in Matt's case, he really would. For 5 years, Matt, you were my coach. You were there every week, every training session, every game. You taught me how to pass, you taught me how to kick. You believed in me every step of the way. I've seen you tell stories about me, I've seen you cheer for me, and most importantly, Matt, I've seen you be knocked out by an angry parent for me. And without you, Matt, I don't think I could have ever achieved what I did and what I am doing in sport. And I don't think I could have ever believed I would have done. Not just that, you have moved on to believe in me in whatever I wanted to do, and believe I could achieve in that. You were there in one of my first ever shows when I stripped down in front of a whole school. And I know you will believe in me every step of the way in what I can achieve. Now, moving on in my life in university, I know you will be there every step of the way, believing in me, even when I don't believe in myself. Matt, yourself, you've been through some tough times, and you've become a stronger man every step of the way. And as I got to stand up with you there today, I couldn't be more proud of my brother and my new sister. You've been there whenever I've needed you, as a friend, a mentor, a coach, and a brother. And I thank you for that. And I know George and Keris will thank you as well. Such a wet bag. I couldn't believe I was a rugby player, would you? You and Beth have given me, well, given everyone an amazing little girl. She's absolutely stunning. A niece to me, a granddaughter to your parents, and a sister to Tony and Dean. For my 21st birthday, Matt gave me this pocket watch, and engraved it says, "All the world's a stage. Live your dream. Make your dreams come true." I want to thank you, Matt, for always pushing me, believing in me. I couldn't ask for a better coach, mentor, brother, and most importantly, a best friend. Thank you. I tried to run away, sorry about that. There's some cake cutting, if anybody wants some cheese.
So, ladies and gents, we're going to invite Nat and Beth over to that fabulous celebratory wedding cake. And if you've got your cameras ready and you'd like to capture that very special moment, then please start to make your way over to the cake table now.
You went to 25? Sorry. I was 38. I was 38.
Well, so ladies and gents, are you ready? We'll give you the old count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and cut! And a huge round of applause